Hello, and welcome back to another Daily Top 10's Top 10 video. Today, we're going to be looking at the top 10 terrifying Christmas season traditions. Many may think of Christmas as a time of joy, but some of these holiday season traditions give us the creeps, if not downright terrify us. See if you agree. Number 10, Lwyd. We kick off our top 10 countdown in South Wales, where the land is stalked by the ghostly visage of a white-sheeted figure with a horse skull for a head. Called Lwyd, this creepy post-Christmas Day custom sees a group of singers go door to door, carrying the horse skull and a giant sackcloth, asking to be let inside. Why anyone would let a dead horse inside their home is puzzling enough to us, but people do. And that's when this horror horse starts running around, snapping its jaws and scaring any child in sight. Number 9, the Yule Lads. The 12 days of Christmas appear in a number of cultures around the world. In Iceland, there are 13, and it's said that each day is marked by the arrival of one of the adorably named Yule Lads. But adorable might not be the right term for these grouty, scowling old creatures. Each lad is said to show up unannounced and cause havoc. Modern descriptions of the lads have mellowed, suggesting that they are nothing more than mischievous pranksters. But the lads of old were more violent and pervy than that. Sure, there's the relatively harmless lad door slammer who, you guessed it, likes to slam doors shut. But other lads were said to punish badly behaved children by kidnapping them or eating them. And let's not go into what the lad named Window Peeper got up to. Number 8, Gryla. Every lad must have a mother, but Gryla is no ordinary matriarch. She had 3 heads, one with spiraling horns, another with eyes in the back of it. Speaking of eyes, she had 3 more of them on each hand. Presumably, she managed to keep them clear of the long, sharp talons that sprung from each of her fingers. Then there's her knotted beard and her jagged teeth, all the better to eat children with, which turns out was Gryla's favorite hobby. Merry Christmas? Number 7, Guatemalan devil burning. This Guatemalan tradition is one way to deal with all the dust that accumulates in your house. In an effort to rid their homes of evil spirits in preparation for the new year, every household performs a full house clean on December 7th and gathers together all the dust that was swept up. That dirt joins the dirt of their neighbors and their neighbors' neighbors, and the whole messy pile is placed under an effigy of the devil in the town square. Then the burning begins. The image of the devil on fire is definitely one that's going to stick in kids' nightmares for a long while to come. Number 6, the Caganer. Our number 6 entry falls under a different category of terrifying from other items on this list, but there's no denying it is disturbing. Everyone knows the Nativity. It's a worldwide tradition, but the people of Catalonia, they take it extra seriously. Their nativity doesn't just depict the manger, it shows the whole of Bethlehem. And every year there's one character called the Caganer, who appears in the Catalonian nativity scene. And it's become a bit of a game for onlookers to try and spot him. That's because the Caganer figurine depicts a man squatting mid-defecation. Yep, Caganer roughly translates as crapper. This ain't a new tradition either. The Caganer has been about since the mid-18th century. Number 5, the Christmas cat. The internet's favorite animal can't be all that terrifying, right? Wrong. You haven't met Jólakötturinn, the Icelandic Yule cat. Jólakötturinn is said to turn up every Christmas after children are meant to have completed their chores. Those that have will receive presents, like nice new clothes. Those who haven't, They're sacrificed to Yule Lads, who straight up eats them. Little Bub, this guy ain't. Number 4. Hans Trapp. An evil rich man who worships Santa and runs around attacking children while dressed as a scarecrow? Yep, Hans Trapp definitely qualifies for this list. Hailing from the Alsace and Lorraine regions of France, Hans Trapp was one day apparently running around snatching up children to eat when God came along and struck him with lightning. Ever since, Hans has continued to scare children while dressed as a scarecrow, but he's said to leave them alone if they are well behaved. Number 3. Zwarte Piet. This little guy is the sidekick to Santa Claus, the Netherlands version of Santa Claus. Sounds nice enough, but think again. While Santa Claus is busy giving out gifts to all the good little boys and girls, Zwarte Piet gets to work abducting the bad ones. Apparently, the worst conceivable punishment in the Netherlands is to forcibly transport someone to Spain. We were under the impression that it was one of the most sought-after tourist destinations in the world. But we must have been wrong. The kidnapping thing is only half the story, though. Today, Zwarte Piet has become a very controversial figure due to the character's undeniable similarities to the black minstrel stereotype. Zwarte Piet, yep, that name translates as Black Pete, is portrayed with black face makeup and bright red lipstick. Add in his ties to 19th century slavery, and the backlash against the character's presentation will surely continue to grow. Number 2. Perchta. Here's another ghoul who shows up during the 12 days of Christmas to dole out punishment to misbehaving kids. But Pedakta's approach is more severe than most. If you've been bad in Bavaria or Austria, expect to get your belly slit open. But Perchta the witch isn't done there. She then gets to work pulling out all your intestines and guts, then stuffing the stomach cavity with straws and pebbles. Number 1. The Krampus. The number 1 entry on this countdown had to be the Krampus. If you happen along a Christmas celebration in some part of Eastern Europe, you won't see caroling and reindeers. Instead, you'll see this. The Krampus is a vicious Christmas monster that attacks bad children and flings them into the pits of hell. And while it may be the creation of folk tales, the drum-pounding parade that accompanies its arrival is all too real. Thanks for watching another Daily Top 10's Top 10 video. And remember, it's our duty to entertain and yours to subscribe.
Hello, my children. This is Jesus here, reaching out to you from above to say you are nearly in my good books and to come join me in my kingdom. But first, you must subscribe to Daily Top 10s, or thou shalt deem you unworthy of my kingdom. So, subscribe now